What's going on, my friend? It's Jeff Newpert from ChasingStrength.com. And in today's video, we are discussing what most guys won't do and why strength eludes them as a result. So let's kick things off with a little jog down memory lane here, all right? So remember that movie, The Matrix? Hard to believe it was 25 years ago, or maybe a little longer, depending on when you're watching this movie, that was released. Now, I don't know about you, but personally, I think it was the greatest science fiction movie of all time. And that's because, in my opinion, all right, it's probably because it's so close to the truth in so many ways that we experience that it's actually downright, well, frightening, all right? So one of the most poignant lines, right, is when Morpheus is talking to Neo, and Morpheus says, the Matrix is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth, all right? I mean, just stop, let that resonate. That's pretty true, okay? The same can be said between training and working out, all right? Wait, what? How do you get there, Jeff? Well, here's what I mean. I believe in training, the attainment of a goal, okay, not working out. And that's because I was trained as, and am at heart, a strength and conditioning coach. My background is to prepare athletes to win. The head and team coaches handle strategy, tactics, and positional skills. I prepare the athlete's body for the rigors of competition so that the athlete can win. Athletes, myself included, well, we train, okay? We have practice, not random workouts. Now, look, I think it's fair to say that too many guys, most, in fact, I'd actually say, are still plugged in, for lack of a better term, to the workout matrix, okay? Got to get a good workout. Man, that was a great workout. Woo, that was a tough workout. And as a result, they're focused on the weight they're using, the number of reps they're doing, the total number of reps they complete, right, in that workout, especially here in kettlebell world. But many, if not most, have little to show for all their effort, okay? Now, if you are one of the few who have accomplished great things with your kettlebell workouts and workouts in general, God bless you, man. That's great. But we're not talking about you. We're talking about the rest of the guys, okay? Now, look, I am all for pride of accomplishment, hitting new PRs and the such, but they have to be done in a manner that keeps you moving forward, but not at the expense of 1, decreased energy levels, 2, sloppy technique, and 3, probably the most important, increasing your chances of picking up an injury, okay, or increased injury risk, said a different way, okay? And that is what most guys just won't do. They won't slow down. They won't take the time to fully learn, fully refine, and fully dial in their kettlebell techniques. So they equate good enough technique with more reps, and that equals a better workout. Or said another way, if we put this scientifically, okay, mathematically speaking, right, good enough technique plus more reps equals better or / great workout, okay, which is absolutely hilarious to me because when I used to teach my live Kettlebell Strong workshops, people would be sweating and huffing and puffing and downright shocked at how hard just, air quotes, proverbial just, right, 2, maybe 3 reps tops per set were when they were actually using the correct technique for each and every lift. And that's because proper technique or using proper technique requires 1, that you use more muscle, okay, 2, that you actually use the right muscles, okay, to perform the actual technique, and 3, as a result of 1 + 2, you're actually going to require more energy from those muscles, all right? So even though it appears on the surface that you're doing less work, you're not, all right? You're doing more high quality work, more of the right work, more skill work, more tactical work, and less of the wrong work, right? The work that is just garbage, low quality work for work's sake, that really only slows you down and keeps you from reaching your strength goals as soon as you'd like to reach them. Case in point, here's an email I got the other day from Tom, okay? As you can see, he says, I've come to realize that testing for an RM, repetition maximum, which is found in almost all my programs, okay, and should be in yours too, right, is a skilled process that expands on general technique. With that, I think some of my previous RM attempts have been shortchanged due to leaks and still dialing in overall technique. I've also had some recent what the hell moments, okay? Before doing the foundation program, I could not budge 2 32 kilo kettlebells out of the rack to strict press them. I ran the foundations program using 2 28s as the 24s were too light. Yesterday, I retested my overall RM with the 28s and got 10 reps with the clean and press. While messing around after that, I tried the 2 32s and surprised myself with 3 reps of clean and press. I was happy with that outcome. My job stress has been overwhelming right now, which has been impacting all other parts of life. It is what it is, okay? So that's what Tom has to say. And as you can see, he realized, to recap, okay, Tom realized that the result of your repetition max is directly connected to your technique or lack thereof, as we were just talking about, right? So it's kind of similar to a basketball player shooting a three-pointer at will, right? That requires practice. It's not just something you can pull off on the fly. Okay. Furthermore, Tom realized that he shortchanged his previous RM attempts because he had leaks or technique leaks, which actually sabotage your strength. As you can see, Tom got 3 reps with a 4th in the bank with a pair of 32s on the clean and press after using the foundation program. Pre-foundation program, he couldn't budge them out of the rack. And all of this was in spite of his overwhelming job stress. Okay. So look, if you're working hard and having great workouts, but your results aren't as good as you'd expect, well, why not do what Tom did and slow down, right? Learn proper kettlebell technique. And in this case, proper double kettlebell technique lifting, all right? And apply it to the foundation program. Now, what is the foundation program? Well, I think you're going to like it. It's a very simple 6-week double kettlebell program that revolves around the double clean, the double front squat, and the double military press. It's called the foundation program because those 3 lifts are the foundational lifts of all your other double kettlebell lifts. Okay, I'll add it free to your order of Kettlebell Strong when you get your copy today. I'll leave the link for you to check it out in the video description below. So look, remember, at the end of the day, slowing down, spending time learning the proper kettlebell technique, and then practicing your new technique with proper programming is the key to seeing faster than you are now seeing results. I think that old military saying applies here, right? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Okay. If you found this video helpful, click the like button, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already, share it with a friend, and leave me a comment in the comment section below. Until next time, my friend, stay strong.